Who was it?
No, it's sister's fault. Yeah. You spoke to them yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you need to tell them what they said to you. Someone's gone and cancelled his carer. What is it? What's it called?
Yeah, so I made the application to the DWP to be her full-time carer formal application.
When was that, Jen?
It was in August 2021.
Right.
Yeah, but someone's gone and fraudulently cancelled that. I wasn't even aware of it. So...
When did they tell you this?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't actually aware until yesterday.
But when you say you applied, what did you apply to do? With the DWP to be her, to be a carer, a formal carer for her.
It said minimum of 35 hours a week. I'm here almost all the time.
Oh, okay. And they've said no?
No, they accepted the application.
Yeah.
I was even getting the carers allowance.
So you've been getting carers allowance?
Yeah, with my universal credit. Now...
That was a living-in carer, by the way, yeah?
Yeah, living-in carer. And I couldn't understand why the amount for my universal credit payments all of a sudden decreased. So I called up to find out, and they said that the carers element of it has been removed.
Okay.
When I called the DWP, they said it was cancelled. Apparently I called and cancelled it. Back in, do you remember the date?
No, they didn't actually say to you, you called and cancelled it. So they received a document they said to you.
Yes, so I don't know what it's all about. So I'm going to be redoing the application next few days.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't aware that it was...
But you're going to apply this afternoon, yeah?
Yeah.
You need to,
this afternoon. At the council.
No, the one on the telephone with the carers allowance department, whatever it's called.
So how much was you getting weekly from the DWP to be your grandmother's carer?
Well, it was about 510.
A month?
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's not 500.
to 440.
You need to get your papers that they give you 510. You need to get your documents. It's about 40
No,
quid.
I don't need to see them. I'm just asking because...
No, it wasn't 500. You need to get your papers. About 38 to 42 pounds a week, I think it was, something like that.
It was being paid with the universal credit together. And the universal credit amount became less. It was deducted.
Right. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, because people who receive universal credit receive all benefits in one.
The stuff you showed me never went above 300 to 400 per month at the time.
I just want to know that you're getting the allowance, but now they've stopped it.
They've stopped the carers allowance.
Okay.
Because apparently I called up and cancelled them.
Okay.
But I didn't.
Okay.
So I've reported that as fraudulent cancellation.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be reopening it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's with the DWP.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so as with Islington Social Services, are you down as a carer for your grandmother?
Not with the social services.
Wait a minute, Junior, you've told everybody. Oh, hello.
I've told everyone.
Were you going to have a word with him before you go?
Yes, I'm going to have a word with him before I go.
It's quite significant that you need to look into.
Do you want to speak to me?
So, well, I'm a bit confused. Who's who?
I'm the social worker. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm the social
just...
worker from Islington.
Okay, are you Jennifer Gordon?
Yes, that's right. Do you want me to come outside for us to have a chat?
Yeah, maybe a very quick. Well,
Yes.
just a very quick chat.
Yeah,
I'll just tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay, that's fine. Let me come outside, because there's a lot of people, and
Back to the cold.
It's a bit.
I'll be right back.
Sorry.
Do you want to stay here, and I'll come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll be safe. We'll look after her.
Okay, I won't be late.
Okay.
Yes. Right, Junior. Yeah. I mean, all the social workers and social services and carers and housing know that you've been doing this for 2 years.
I told everyone.
Well, that's what she asked you.
Yeah, whenever it actually comes to them checking, apparently I'm
No, you're not answering what they're checking. She just asked you a question if you are.
Yeah,
Therefore,
I let them all know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Be specific, because this situation has got well out of control, you know.
Even,
And,
do I have to wait for Jennifer to come back?
Yeah, sorry, because I'm actually my new colleagues on.
are you training at the moment?
Yeah, just shadowing, seeing how.
How long have you been training now?
How long have I been a social worker?
Not
No, I just started with Islington Council, but I've been a social worker for like about 3 years now.
3 years. Which area? Islington or
No,
elsewhere?
other local authorities.
Where were you?
previously in Westminster.
Ah, why do you have to use
I don't know
good old
why.
Westminster?
my contract actually ended. So yeah, because I'm an agency.
They're ending everything in Westminster, I'm noticing,
Yeah.
little by little over the years.
Yeah, but it was a very nice borough.
Ah, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I didn't hear, what did you say about Westminster? Last couple of
They're ending all the contract over the years about everything, every single thing, little by
Oh,
little.
did
So,
you used to work there before?
I know a lot about it. I was an advocate for years.
Oh,
So, you know, they want to make this square mile
yeah.
unwalkable,
Yeah.
apart from them,
Yeah.
right, in the system at the head.
Oh, wow.
I was born in Westminster.
Whatever, I can go and talk in there, whatever's best to talk to, and I'll explain.
JR.
Yeah.
I've forgotten your name again.
So
sorry. Steve wants to
shall I
talk to
sit
you.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
JR, yeah?
He wants to talk to you about your role with your grandmother.
So, so my name's Steve. I'm one of the memory nurses in the team, from the Islington Memory Service. So, the reason I've come
I'm going to go in here.
when Catherine saw your grandmother, sorry, there was a bit of uncertainty about whether she was experiencing some paranoid thoughts or delusions, that sort of thing, and whether she needs treatment for that. So, so really, so the nurses in our team, we're the ones that sort of get called in if someone might need treatment in that regard. So that's kind of why Catherine brought me in to see your grandmother today. And that's really what I was going to talk to you about. Sort of to get so there's sort of we ask questions. We've got a standard sort of set of questions we ask. Well, all our patients actually, but I mean specific ones to kind of pull out whether they are experiencing any what we call paranoid thoughts or unusual perceptions.
Yes.
So I think you have heard me ask her whether she's got any unusual perceptions, and she denied having any. She denied having any just now, any unusual perceptions, as in what we might call hallucinations, and any unusual thoughts. She didn't think anything was worrying her. So, but with dementia, as you know, they don't always remember.
Yeah.
So what's your experience of this?
Well, if I can give some examples of what's even just happened today.
Yes, please do.
She's thinking that I have like two sets of eyes. That I have like double sets of eyes. And that I'm wearing some kind of like extreme like mascara or eyelash extensions.
And makeup.
Yeah, she's
Was it?
saying makeup and extra eyes and all of this stuff. She's telling me that she's not going to take her tablets because she thinks that I'm trying to poison her, even though it's like sealed packed tablets from the hospital, that they've changed her prescription. When she was admitted to hospital on the 10th of this month, January, and discharged on the 15th, just about 3 days ago. And they gave her...
Sorry, you just catch that. So that she was she had a hospital admission on the 10th of January.
Yes.
What was it? What was the reason why? What was the reason for that?
Well, I called the ambulance because she was showing symptoms like she's in the process of having a heart attack.
And she thought we're animals, she didn't recognize us. And we're trying to kill her.
My dad was here at the time as well. And they took her to the hospital for about 5 days, discharged on the 15th. And whilst she was at hospital, they done a medication review and updated her prescription.
Just stick to the bit about her behaviour.
So she's telling
I'm
me
sure
that
they know
she
that the system.
refuses to take the new tablets because I'm just trying to poison her. And she wants to go against what the doctors told her at the hospital and take her old prescription, which at times wasn't even letting her sleep, because there were times that she wouldn't even sleep for a whole week. She was just away, like 24 hours for a week. And she's constantly accusing me and my dad of trying to poison her of trying to kill her, steal her property from her. Even the carer that came today, her name was Beverly from London Care.
Mm-hmm.
She was accusing her of trying to take her property from her.
So it's accusing...
And the nurses as well.
Yeah, the nurses.
The carer and nurses...
Of trying
from
to
where? The nurses from the GP?
They were from the Whittington Health.
Okay.
They came from the River Place.
It was recommended by the hospital, yeah,
Yeah, the hospital
for
referred.
check-up as to her.
She's
so they accuse these nurses of trying to do what, kill her?
She's going to poison her and take her property from her. She goes further with me, saying that I'm trying to kill her as well. Apparently I've also stolen all of her money, which has been locked in her account for about 2 years now, because they closed her account, they did not close it, sorry, blocked it, due to no capacity to manage the prison.
Oh, where's the fork?
Which fork? It's in the kitchen.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
next to the
Okay,
cutting board.
all right.
They've blocked her account because of no capacity to manage it. Because what was happening was she was phoning like sometimes even up to 15 times a day, reporting that me and my mom is stealing her money from her account. They would keep telling her that apart from her direct debits, nothing has been using her account. So
About a year now.
Yeah.
Your mum's been sending you money, I've been sending you money. You've been using your money.
Her account's been locked. No one's touched her money for about 1.5 years. Apart from twice, she went to the bank and showed ID and took about...
Last time was with a social worker about a year ago.
Yeah, with the social worker that took her there. About £400. That all of it was put onto the gas and electric. So it's not possible that I've stolen it, but that's what she thinks. She's constantly seeing that, you know, there's some screws on the wall that was put there to like hang clocks. She
so
thinks
these
so
screws in her bedroom, yeah?
Yeah,
screws
screw on the wall. She thinks it's constantly running up and down the wall.
They're insects, she says, large insects.
She thinks that
And
this is interesting.
it's two little holes. You don't understand how they got there, where her bed used to be. You can have a look at them later on. And someone has drawn little pencil marks coming out of the slightly concave damage to the wall, a few millimeters in diameter. And they've done, whoever done it, two of them. And she keeps saying that they're insects that run up and down, that's what they are. And you shouldn't touch them, because in the night they could come and kill you. And when we talk about the cobwebs above her bed, where the bed used to be a few days ago, and the state it is for us to clean it, we need to clean all that. She is actually violently hit us for us not to touch the cobwebs, and physically attacked us. Junior's nose was broken a few weeks ago. She broke his nose a few weeks ago. She sustained fractures on his arms.
Sorry, was that because of the cobwebs?
Various things. That one is various things.
things.
So have I, quite a few of them.
Also threw a cup at me, you know, like a teacup, and it's cracked, and parts of the broken, if we just have a look at the scar here, it was like, quite deep from the broken teacup.
But there was more of a serious one that broke on your head, and the police arrested her.
Same time.
Smashed a cup on his head.
Okay.
This was 6-7 months ago.
Let me just get those. So we've got
in the room. So, yeah.
No, hold on. Let me.
It's
There's too much going on. I've got. All right. Let's start back with the room.
Right.
I've got the thing about the screws on the wall business, and then you've got the. She physically attacked who because about the cobwebs.
At different times, both of us.
And
I've actually gone to get on with it and clean up when she was out of the room. And I've been told her so I can reach for it, and she hit me with a metal walking stick.
So you're her son.
I'm her son, yeah.
Yeah, the son.
I mean, nobody knows my mum better than I do, and things have gone beyond any safe level now. I've been watching out for her since I was 12. There's been things about her character and behaviour, which I used to discuss with Dr. Furness. He used to call me Anthony Furness. Used to be at the River Place Health Centre, then later became the Elizabeth Avenue practice. Yeah.
Is that still a GP? Or
I think
I've got
Anthony
Dr.
Furness is
Mulvihill.
retired, I think. I think.
Okay.
So we were both patients of the surgery since I was 12. I mean, I'm 60 now, so it's 48 years.
Yeah.
He used to call me sometimes, make an appointment, and I couldn't understand it fully. And he used to ask me and explain to me that you might have some difficulties. And he basically explained any characteristics, any out of, what you think is not safe. And I said, no, Mom is okay, I'll look after her, don't worry. So since I was 12, I was aware of the situation. By the time I was 14, I realized, because of how things were. And I've never really, we tried to look after her within the family.
Yes.
But now, where she runs into the street and says that we're trying to kill her, that she doesn't know us, and the police is taking my son, assaulting him, throwing him in the streets, disallowing him to come back into his own place where he lives. For nearly 3 years he's meant to be living here. And lots of stuff. And there's a character the police is looking for who's been hiding here for 8 years. His name is Hassan Kul. And my son came here 2 years ago to begin full-time caring for his grandmother. And gradually it's him who discovered that there is a man discreetly living here, especially when the lights go off at night.
Do you remember in 2022 August when she went to the hospital and you called up and told them that you are her next of kin, which you have been for years?
All right,
and they said no, it's Hassan.
It's Hassan Kul, and they gave some numbers which he's not family, he's not relative, he's not. Nobody knows this man, and apparently what we've now found out is unsavory character from a gang of criminals in Dalston. He's a compulsive gambler. They sell drugs, they do all sorts, and they also do building work. The strange thing about it is the building work company he's with is contracted to Islington Housing, which we've traced through Company's House. And they're contractors which have given leaflets of the works they do. And the main work they do is elevators. So anyway, he was living here, and my mother somehow talks about him like he's the best thing under the sun. That if he wants to marry her, she would, and he's such a wonderful person, and the rest of us are animals, and she doesn't want to see her grandchildren or her children, and she's going to save her money in the bank and get married with Hassan and go to Turkey and buy a farm with him, and they're going to live there. Which then explains why she doesn't want to touch her money in the bank and is getting money from me, my son, my wife, the social services now, which the social services should not need to be paying £80 bills and £30 food, because she receives £348 and 46 pence per week, what the government says, the law says, she needs to live on. She says, no, I'm not touching that.
And she has nearly
That obviously, we need to deal with that. We even got the social services and the doctors to have a talk, because her ID disappeared. About £45,000 of gold and jewelry she had. Since I was a kid, I remember, she had certain 24-carat gold bangles on her arm. She's always had them. They're gone. Her diamond necklace, gone. Everything is gone. Everything, right?
If I can also add to that, on the 6th of December, contracted workers came here to fit this carpet in the passage and this room. And that same day, as we were moving stuff, I found some documents underneath the pillows on my grandmother's bed in this Hassan Kul's name. And what the document said is that he's been an absconder, running away from the government for
8 years.
8
9
years. 8, 9 years.
Because I'm not
And
sure,
that
I've
he's
never
been
been
an
here
illegal
before.
immigrant.
Sorry, what was your name again?
Shahab. But you can
Shahab.
call me Sammy if that's difficult.
Sammy, can I ask, your mum's telling me about the mould, and it was in the other room.
And he said that
Is it
he's
this room, the
currently
sitting room that she's talking
asylum.
about?
Well, no. This is where the council of... Can I just show you? In the room that you're in, if we
No,
can...
she said she was in, her bedroom was another room. Which room was it? No? No, is that wrong?
Yeah, this one. If you have a
8th
look.
of December.
Okay.
Now after that,
If you look around.
me and my dad seen him in here, wearing a like light denim jeans and a greyish puffer jacket, running out of the door. After he came and whispered some stuff to my grandmother and run out. We called the police, so it's on record.
Can I just come back to the? There's a lot going on here. So let's just, if I can just focus on one problem at a time. So what I'm trying to focus on is her mental state, and I know part of that I've got to sort out the wood from the trees in the sense of finding out exactly what's going on. So you've described some things that she's got some unusual, what we call unusual perceptions, unusual thoughts, and also she's being physically aggressive to you.
Also about her mental health.
Yeah.
One more thing. She seems to have this image in her head. When she looks in the mirror or she's talking about herself, how she still thinks that she looks the same as she did when she was between 20 and 30, like in some of the and here at the moment.
And this one here,
Yeah.
and this is the one that they painted,
Right.
and the surveys that were here last week. And this is
She's seen her hair grey and white in the mirror. She thinks that it's because me and my dad are trying to poison her, and that's why her hair is gone grey overnight. She started this about 3 weeks ago, which she has had grey hair obviously for many years, but she's not aware of perception of reality at all. I mean, the nurses that came here, district nurses, to begin an assessment of her, mostly for her physical health, they came. They asked her a couple of questions in the beginning, and afterwards they realized that she's not actually understanding any of what they're saying. She thinks they're talking about something completely different. So I got some documents that they discharged her discharge summary. And they were asking me the questions. And my dad asked her next of kin.
Sorry, yeah, so you said that when the nurses are visiting, that she doesn't understand, they realise she doesn't understand anything they're saying.
Her perception of what's actually happening is she doesn't understand anything that's actually going on. It's as though her mind is twisting everything into something else.
That was the first one. That was where she suffered the first heart attack. And the surgeon, Dr. Simon Wall.
I've seen her medical papers, so I know.
Yeah. Well, what is
okay.
No.
Sorry, can I just get can I just get these injuries? So you've got one.
Sure.
So can you give me a date when this happened?
Can't remember the exact date,
Or approximate date then.
It was between June and July last year.
So July 23. How did that happen?
Well, she threw her teacup
So
my head
this week, what did you know
hit my nose,
What happened last
and
week?
one of the pieces that broke also cut my arm when it's flicked off. Sorry, not my arm, the top of my head.
She gets upset. She gets upset.
She's also hit
Well,
me.
it's not upset. I wouldn't call that upset. There's not upsetness. There's not upsetness.
In the last 3
There's
months,
not
about
upset.
100 times, maybe more. Also, my dad.
All right, Catherine.
When my dad is talking to her about things that happened in the past.
Some painting.
Well, they've done some painting,
Yeah.
but
And they replaced this.
they replaced this.
Thank God. Yeah.
Knows
You know
her
how many
history as
times
well as my
I
dad.
have requested For
And
this to be
she
replaced.
says like that never happened, and who are you? She
No, it's
doesn't.
better, much
So,
better.
you know,
Sorry.
upsetness. I mean, let's
You're
talk
right.
about the
You-
social
I'm fine,
services.
yeah.
No, I
I mean,
know,
you
no,
could
I know,
go
I
if
know
you're
it's not
finished,
upset, but
then-
she gets
I wanna
upset
say
about the whole
Okay.
situation. That's what I mean.
All right, fine,
She,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
more
yeah.
than
All
that.
right,
She's
yeah,
got health
yeah.
issues. I
So
know.
my
But-
dad showed
This
her
property
of
from
when he was
2004 May,
little and when he was
what is
younger
done to her,
Yeah.
with her.
it's basically
She
caused
says,
havoc to
"Who
our
is
family.
this old
That is
man?
what's caused that heart
And
attack.
who are you? I
Okay.
don't know.
I can't say yes or no to that.
Well,
I'm
we've
not
got the
medically
woman
minded.
has. So let's go with the surgeon.
That her son, Shah, which is my dad, died in some kind of accident many years ago. And she hasn't seen him since then, a few times. Which I have no idea where she gets this from.
Children in mental hospitals and children.
She thinks that
I killed
my
one of the children apparently,
grandparents
or
are in mental hospitals.
which obviously isn't the case.
And that my dad apparently killed my younger sister, who was at the time when she started saying it only about 6 months old.
18 months.
When she started.
Oh, is it? I didn't
Can
even
I
know
ask a
that.
quick question in the middle of that?
Yes.
Where are your brothers and sisters? Do they come and visit her?
It's not something we can
no.
comment on them at the moment about the younger ones.
She hasn't seen
Yeah.
them for ages.
Oh, okay, so she's not seen them.
But I mean, you
So-
can check that eternally. You will have the answer there.
One minute. I don't want to get into
No.
what is actually going on. I'm just
They're
trying
well,
to
there's no
work-
connection.
That's right. I
They're
just
well.
want to know if they're well.
They're well and registered
is there
as well.
Is there any chance of them visiting her?
I don't know at the moment.
Okay.
Is there?
We'll have to refer it to the solicitor.
Oh, okay.
Because-
No, because I'm just asking as a social worker,
Yeah.
I'm looking for her best interest, and if in her best interest, the things that you're saying there, that she's saying that they've died.
I get no.
That
You
they've
concentrate.
died because
Yeah.
because she's not seen them. Then maybe if she did see them, then she wouldn't feel that they've died. That's what I'm
It
asking.
doesn't actually matter because
Hmm.
some of the people in that list of people who died is me and her son,
Oh,
which is here all the time. And the way her mental state is at the moment isn't fit for children and young people.
no, don't please don't say that.
You can
Nobody's
choose,
meant
yeah,
to say
my
it's
mum's
ever
there.
that bad.
I
Yeah.
have suffered quite a bit of physical injury. And yes,
Is that the care now?
Yeah,
Is it?
Beverly Brown, I think.
Yes, what about the GP?
What about him?
Has the GP come? Because she called me.
Not that I've seen.
Oh my god, there's too many.
It's like the old London buses years ago.
Sorry,
No one came, and all of a sudden,
Sorry,
all
it's too many
came.
people, yeah.
No, we don't mind. If we can get this resolved, it's a positive move because this is long overdue.
Yes, it is long overdue, and
I mean, it's bashed us all against each other, and we're trying, but we can't even make a phone call for anything official or try to cook. She will come, say, "Who are you phoning?" With a walking stick, bash from outside. No, please stop. I'm just trying to speak to a solicitor or the council, or I've got private business to do. If you go to the bathroom today, you can't. She's smashing the door. You open the door. What you doing in there? We go to sleep at night. She'll be banging on the door. Open that door. It's scary, you know. And you feel sorry
she
for
bangs
her
on what
because your
door,
mum.
any doors.
It doesn't matter which door you're in.
Even when I'm in the shower, she insists, even if she doesn't need to use toilets or anything, she insists that she needs to come into the bathroom to have a look at what I'm doing. And if I lock the door, she'll start bashing it with the walking stick.
I mean, we've sustained some serious injuries. You know?
She doesn't even, I think I already mentioned
right.
this, she doesn't want to even take her tablets because she thinks that it's poison that I'm trying to poison.
You mentioned, yeah.
My son managed to get some recordings months and months ago when that Hassan character was here, which has been handed to legal people. And he has caught him whispering to my mum to tell all services, everyone, social services, housing, police, whoever it is, that she doesn't want him here, she doesn't like him, she doesn't like his food, nothing about him, goes through the list in Turkish, and to tell them, what did he say? Tell them you like my food, you like my company, without me you'll die. And you can hear him saying this to her.
I'm going back.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Catherine, you're going to help us?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Are you going to help us?
Always. Always.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Παρακαλώ, always
Εντάξει.
for face under face service. Always.
All right, Catherine.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay,
Sorry, so
Catherine. Did I speak to Catherine once or twice on the phone? I haven't met her, have I? Before?
No, you haven't actually met her, but when she was here last time, you
On the
spoke
phone,
on
yes.
the phone.
Okay. So, anyway, this character is constantly saying this to my mom. And now my mom is saying to everybody, oh, if Hassan was here, I am so happy with him, he look after me. Now, people and services in your positions obviously hear that on face value of what it sounds like. And you think, well, that's a positive thing. Let's see what it is. But he is using her to live here unlawfully, secretly, out of the radar of the services that are looking for him,
Like
to deport him. Huh?
Cuckooing.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's damaging her mind constantly. And somebody with dementia who was what Dr. Furness said, I mean, this is later years he said this to me, he says he doesn't want to refer it because it could cause a lot of problem. Suspicion of schizophrenia and psychosis.
Sorry, who said didn't want to refer
Dr. Furness, he said he said as long as you can look after her, you are in control of it, and if anything happens, you can come to me. It's best that we try our best to look after your mum by keeping her at home in the family. This is years and years and years ago. It's a long time ago. A couple of decades ago. There's nothing new. This is just escalated now.
So
the remnants of this behaviour I've witnessed for a very long time.
Yes,
But we've
yes.
tried to look after it in the family and not say anything. It's a bit like when my mother smashed a cup on Junior's head last year and the police were here and she said, yes, I did do it, so what? I'm going to do it again and I'm going to kill him if he doesn't live here and Hassan doesn't come. So the police then arrested her. They were going to take her to the police station and he said, I'd rather not press charges. Is that what it was? And so because of that, they gave her a warning. It was an arrest and a warning.
Yes.
So there she goes. But since then, it's just escalating and escalating.
Yes.
Now, I've had my mother be overly reactive to things from decades ago, where she might hit me or something, or she might scream and shout and make delusionary accusations. And I used to always sit down with her. Sometimes it used to take a couple of hours, even if when I was 18 or 19, on the way to North London College, or when I came back and I went to the restaurant where I was a manager, I'd have to stop all that, couple of hours to talk to her and ask her, what's happened? Why are you saying this? I don't know nothing about what you're saying. I said, Mom, where does this come from?
Yeah.
So after a few hours, she'd say to me, okay, leave it now. Go and make me one tea. I'm going to watch this program. I said, but why were you saying these things just now? She said, what things? And when I would tell her, she would say, who, me? Oh my God, she would say, how could you say things like that about me, about your mom? I said, don't you remember? She said, be quiet, get away from here before I take a slip at you, she said, because where are you getting this stuff from? And I would say to her, all right, and I would kiss her.
And how long ago was this?
This has been going since I was teenage.
Okay, so
this is escalated
this
now.
Behaviour.
So Hassan called doing what he did. All that compassion and patience and looking after, he's destroyed all of that. And as her age is progressing, as the condition is progressing, and he's saying all these things to her day and night for 8 years. All that work that I did since I was 12 till I was how old? Grown-up man. It's been crushed by what he did. And it's like we don't exist now to her. And that condition is worsened because she's lost herself now. She's lost her children and who I am in that memory. And that's a subconscious, probably, destruction on her. I mean, I've been a health advocate for years. I've dealt with medicine and psychological medicine and law and clinical medicine. And it's very sad because I realize, what's going on in her mind. And it seems her brain as well at the moment.
So how do you understand her condition now? What's your understanding?
My understanding is I would say my mother has got extreme narcissistic psychosis with schizophrenia. I would say that. I'm not a psychiatrist, but it's worth a consultant, maybe more than one, looking at some evidence that we have, including of her behavior that's been recorded, and for them to look at this carefully. They will find, with respect to the psychiatrist, I said I'm not a psychiatrist and I don't want to be, quoting away any psychiatrist, but they will find those three. And dementia is probably the least of their worries.
If I can just add in, was it 2019? Was it the psychiatrist actually came here?
Thank you ever so much.
Who came here?
The psychiatrist.
2019?
I can't remember the year it was, but when she went to hospital, they referred her to
Or the consultant referred her for psychosis, that's right.
Yeah.
That was 8.5, 9 years ago. But my mother, obviously, she knows how to handle such assessments.
Sorry, who referred her to a psychiatrist?
I'd have to get the name, but it was a consultant from the UCLH that she was asked to see because of her degenerating condition at the time, they called it. And the dementia is more than dementia. And the suspicion was psychosis. So the consultant came here. And I think we've got that report.
I mean, I'll try and dig out these reports as well. I mean, to sort of, it sounds like she's got a long history, which goes back
very, very long,
a long way. So we'll try and sort of track that.
You see, for the time being, if it was possible to consider and assess and have a look for the possibility of psychosis, of schizophrenia, and dealt with accordingly within her home, within her family. We're not trying to nut her off or throw her away or get rid of her. We're trying to look after her. That I do believe it will bring her more to a normal level. Because whatever they've done at the hospital, they've done a good job, because when she came back, it was more like her whole self. We were shocked. And she was, until the morning. There were no issues, and it was the first time I've seen her sleep from 10 past 9 p.m. that night from the hospital evening until 9 a.m. And I've went and checked on her a number of times, and she was actually like this with a smile on her face, sleeping. Have you ever seen her do that in 2 years?
No. The last 2 years there were times that for a week to 2 weeks, she hasn't even slept.
I've seen as well. She has not slept for
between 15 minutes to an hour and a half. She would sometimes fall asleep sitting down, maybe watching television or sitting on her
half
bed
an hour, 20
with
minutes.
papers in her hands in the middle of doing things.
Then she's up for 3-4 days.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do that. But it must take immense issues for somebody to sustain.
A couple times I called you, like last year, and I told you she's not sleeping at all.
Yeah.
And just last month, for 1.5 weeks, she didn't sleep. Until she started to show symptoms like she's going to have a heart attack, which is what made me call the ambulance, why they took her to the hospital.
Or the blue lips and grey face and the brown of the eyes turning light grey, and you could see it.
So it's
she
like
could
a panic
end up.
attack, Is that what you mean?
I don't think it's a panic attack at all. I think if she carried on like that for half an hour or two, I think she is already a heart patient now.
Okay,
That's what Simon Waldman, the cardiologist surgeon, says. And he says it is because of the condensation over years of that property. Simon Waldman's made this clear. And he's a very renowned surgeon, heart surgeon, and very good man, very nice man. Spoke to him quite a few times. And he did say to me 3 years ago when this happened, he said, Shahab, since you're the next of kin, make sure if she is ever admitted to hospital, whoever are her carers or whoever is involved, if there is any, or if it's you, they always refer to Simon Waldman's file before they change, alter, remove, or do any adjustment to the medication, because it could kill her.
Since she's come home, has she taken her medication?
No, she's refused
totally.
She wants to take her old ones, because she believes the new ones is poison that I'm trying to poison her. Also on the 10th.
That's one of the explanations she gives. She gives many explanations.
That was the most recent one she gave. On the 10th of January, when they took her to the hospital, the paramedics they spent about 1.5 hours trying to convince her to go with them. Because
extremely low blood pressure as well at the time.
When she thought when she's gone, that we are going to call locksmiths, have the locks changed, take the property from her, sign the documents of the property into our name, basically take this place completely away from her, and send her to Old People's Home and kill her there. So she was refusing to go to the hospital. In the end, the paramedics managed to, to talk some reason her.
A lot of patience by the paramedics, lovely people.
To her and convince her reasonably that she does need to go to hospital. And when she came back, as my dad said, she was
much better.
We cooked for her, she ate, we had desserts, we spoke, watched a bit of television, talked about old times, and I spent quite a few hours with her until about 9 o'clock. And the memory thing was, jotting her reactions and with a very pleasant response. And she would say, "But why did I forget about that?" I said, "It's okay. Now you remember it." So next morning.
And then this one she was changed again.
We think the tablets, the new prescription.
I mean, we suspect, we don't know, but it seems maybe if they gave her different medication. Because I spent days on end trying to get hold of Simon Waldman, the cardiologist, spoke to the matrons, the hospital to say, look.
So they changed her medication while she was in hospital this time?
We don't have proof that they did that, but something was different.
Did you get a discharge summary?
Yes. It's on the other side if I can just
we would have need to speak to somebody about any change of medication directly to
when
understand. When
she doesn't take her medication, what happens? Does she just not have it for days and days?
I don't know, if she does take her medication, because even when there's carers, what she does is she hides it in her hand, and after they leave, she throws it on the floor, and I pick them up, and I've got untold amount of medication that she doesn't take. But that medication that she was taking from August 2022, that Michael Cheng changed without talking to Simon Waldman, drove her absolutely mad.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You got me? Yeah?
Is that better?
Yes, that's okay.
But it would have been nice to see somebody if there was a change and update of medication, so we can go through the steps and he can assure himself, my son, that he's understood everything and to follow exactly what the doctor is prescribed, basically. I think the devastating things that happened was August 22, Michael Cheng, a new consultant, changed her prescription. And he told me that I don't have to speak to Simon Waldman. He's not around at the moment. I said, no, don't do that. And he went and changed her medication. When I spoke to Simon's department, they said that he had not referred it to them. Since that change of medication...
Do you know specifically what it was that was changed?
Do you know what she's been taking for 2 years?
What the actual medication was that was... I can...
I have one of the old blister packs with the list written.
Yeah, okay.
But the thing is, you need to see what Simon Waldman administered October 2020. And has that been changed? I think, and speaking to Simon or his PA or some communication would really put this straight.
So what I'll do, I'll see if I can find out. I'll look into that.
I mean, Simon Waldman that's where we can go right
Simon
again.
Waldman, is he a cardiologist?
He's a cardiologist, consultant surgeon at the UCLH hospital.
Yeah.
And he
this is one of the old ones that she was halfway through taking one of the previous times she went to hospital, and I just kept it for like future reference.
But I mean, the point is from October 220 to August 222, what Simon prescribed had been changed from 222 August, and from then, along with Hassan Kohl's psychological aspect of constantly going at this at her, and this medicine that I believe maybe should not have been changed, because I'll go by what Simon Waldman said. I mean, I will absolutely go by what he said to me.
Have you got the current list of happening?
Yeah,
I'll have a look. I'll have a look now and see what's different.
I mean, visually, there's a difference. Visually, the colour of the tablets, whatever.
But the funny
They
thing
weren't
is,
clear to me at the hospital that if they've
when
changed
she
it.
was in hospital, when she first came here, she
Yeah.
must have improved though.
That's what I said.
So she wouldn't. It's what's strange is that she then deteriorates within like 24 hours.
She didn't take the
12
tablets
hours.
at night or in the morning.
So it could be that she's just not taking the medication, and that's what's
Maybe.
causing the problem. You know what I mean?
But I mean,
so there's a
when
lot
she
of
did,
things that it could be.
but
It's
when she
very
did
hard.
take those, and we did make sure she did, it didn't really help that much. In fact, sometimes it made it worse.
So did the doctor
And he
come
wouldn't
and
let her
review
sleep.
medication?
Hmm?
Did the doctor come and review the medication?
Which doctor? When?
Her doctor, her GP.
We've been promised by the GP.
Probably not.
Sorry about this, but they've promised they're going to come so many times. We'll be there tomorrow, or it will be next Wednesday. They have never once set a foot in this house for 4 months now, 5. And they have also stopped all her NHS, medical, her, she had different people coming in here for her heart problem once a week. She had other people, community nurses coming. The GP wrote a report to a
It's the same.
NHS Primary Care Trust executive person who's a cousin of ours, saying that it's the social services that have blocked me from basically doing this in a nice way. The GP, GP.
We're social
No, social.
you know what I mean?
I'll,
We're social services.
No, I
they're
don't mean
health.
you.
I know, but what I'm saying
It's
is
the same.
social services can't tell
It's the same.
health
oh
what
no,
to
no,
do.
social services do a lot of things. Trust me.
Okay.
They do a lot of stuff that they should not be doing.
2.5.
I know the whole thing. Believe me.
Oh, hold on. Apixaban.
There's so many
Apixaban, twice
good
a day.
health
So
professionals,
2.5 twice
and
a
they're
day.
blocked most of the
That's
time
the
from
same.
doing something because
So,
social
yeah,
services
Apixaban
say
is the
stop,
same.
and they don't want to say why.
And then if you've got
That's what they've done to my mum for 4
levothyroxine,
months. Her cardiologist nurse for once a week
is
stopped coming.
100
Her
micrograms.
midwifery
That's the
nurse
same.
to check her once every 2
Then we've
weeks.
got,
That was on her heart treatments.
unpronounced
Was stopped.
Spiro-
Her other services she had
lactone.
from September till recently was
50
stopped.
milligrams
Until me
once
and
a
my
day.
cousin and Junior have been
That's the
chasing
same.
up services from
Then
all
we've got
angles.
Bisoprolol,
And it's
5
only
milligrams twice a day.
late last week that things started to happen again. Because people are asking questions. Why are you stopping this lady from receiving services? She's got disability, osteoporosis, rheumatism, arthritis, mental health problems. She's a retired senior midwife,
Yeah, and the
living on
Sartan-
her
so
own
the Sartan
with
25
care last
milligrams
2 years.
once
Why
a
have you
day.
stopped that? And got the police to take him out by force.
So it's all the same.
Social services had that done. A man called
They haven't
Ade,
really changed it.
who's now disappeared, under the telephone call of their legal department.
Anyway,
in-house
I'll be able
legal.
to. I'll have another look on her record.
We know all this.
I'll have another look on her record.
And my mum's nearly died.
Mm.
She could have died in here.
So, what? I mean, yeah, this
Here,
is
there's also a sixth one, omeprazole.
omeprazole.
Omeprazole, yeah, 20 milligram tablet. But for some reason it's not here.
So the omeprazole is for the digestion. It's to sort of protect the stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's.
So they've added that one.
I'm not even quite sure. Is it ulcer? Is it digestion problems? Is
Don't know
it?
why it's not on.
You know, they're not explaining even why.
So
So
omeprazole is for stomach.
I know, but
Is that
what
like, you
what
know-
is it? Is it?
So
Does
it-
she have ulcer? Is it indigestion?
So it could
Heartburn?
be so a heartburn. So omeprazole is for people with. I mean, I take that myself.
Yeah,
Briefly,
How do you-
it's for like people who have what we call reflux, when you sort of...
Oh no, I know it was 4, but I'm just wondering, no one's explained in her case, what's the reason?
What's
is
the
it
reason?
the heartburn? Is there an ulcer?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd have to look at... Sometimes they don't always make it clear, but I have to look at the
Sorry, what was your name?
So my name's Steve Frith. I'm one of the nurses from the memory service.
All right, Steve. I think the most immediate thing that is like.
I'm sorry, I have to go, so I
All
need to answer a few questions before I go.
All right then. What I'll do, I'll let you go. You go ahead then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just little things. What exactly is it that you do for your grandmother? Because we have certain things on the care plan that the carers are meant to come in, but the carers have said to us that sometimes they come and you tell them it's okay, you'll do it. So we need to know what we need to send them to do.
That's not true, is it? Every time the carers come, they've been recorded on film. There's no point in them coming out with all that nonsense. The food that she's got next to her now, did the carers cook it?
The food.
Well, do they wash her?
The food.
He washes her.
They're not. No. Let me talk to JR because I want to know what JR is doing.
This is 24-hour care.
Most of the time, if I can just say before I start, that when the carers come, apart from Beverly, they mostly just sit down. Half the time pretending that they're listening to what my grandmother is talking to them, and they're scrolling through like TikTok videos or Instagram.
JR, tell me what they do for your grandmother.
When I've seen, apart from on Mondays, they bring the shopping vouchers and call me to come and top up the gas and electric. They don't do anything else. That's
right,
it.
so do they come here to get the card and the electric card?
No, they phone me and call me to come and do it.
It's that your presence doesn't allow us to assist.
Yeah, but the family doesn't want the social services or carers here. This is what we're saying to you. We don't want it. We never asked for it. We've never ever asked for it. I've been saying it every time.
Sorry, I can't hear.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
I clean the floor. I wash her dishes. I tidy up for her. I cook for her.
Okay, that is for you. What the carers come for is personal care for your grandmother, for Faith. So personal care we put down as assisting her to have a wash, scrub her teeth, get dressed, make sure she's done, do all the things, those sort of things. Because you are here and you're down as the carer for her, the carer, the living carer, the things like housework, doing the cooking her meals and all those sort of things, that's not on the care plan for them to do.
I wash her clothes for her.
Yeah.
I do her sheets for her.
Yeah.
Wash her sheets.
Yeah.
Change them.
So you do all sort of domestic tasks in the house.
All of it.
Yes.
I also.
Apart from calling you 69 times an hour, Junior, which he loves to do. I mean, this is 24 hours sometimes.
Your grandmother calls you.
Right.
So you do the domestic tasks. You as in clean the house, wash the clothes, do the shopping.
Yeah, I also help her with her medications because a lot of the time the carers are late and don't come on time. I give her. She takes this Voltarol pain relief gel. I'm the one that applies that to her.
Right. So what is it that you are doing that you don't want to do anymore?
Nothing.
So you're quite happy to carry on doing these things for your grandmother?
Yes.
Okay.
The only thing I don't want
Yeah.
is how the authorities keep getting involved, mix everything up, and in September even got the police to come and remove me from here, which afterwards turns out that was completely illegal, and taking them to court for litigation with solicitors.
He was made homeless for three and a half months because of a social worker's instructions to police. What's all that
I'm
about?
very happy with all of that.
Okay. On the 5th of January, the police were here again and they changed the lock. What was that about?
She lost her keys and thought that someone stole them. The police came. She went onto the streets screaming and shouting that people are trying to kill her and someone is here trying to steal her house from her and poisoning her. The biggest.
So were you removed from the premises on that day?
They did tell me that they just advised that I should spend the night elsewhere because, wait for her to come
Or lock
back.
yourself in the room.
Yeah, or
Mhm.
lock myself, you know, where,
Mhm.
you know, not to interact with her, just for the night so she can calm down. Which is something that police came here and advised many times to do. Also, the main thing that she keeps going on about when she runs out into the streets is how her hair is gone white because I poisoned her. So,
Go back to the police that night that she's asking you, because I've listened to your recordings that night.
The police was called, and they were basically told like 100 different things by her. Like she told them many different stories, and in the end, one of them, one of the police women that were here, was talking something completely different to the other one.
Who made the call to the social services?
The call to the policewoman called the
right.
social services.
And social services ordered your removal from this property. That's what happened, because I've heard it on the recordings.
Are you
Am I wrong?
Are you talking about the 5th of January?
5th of January.
Yeah, 5th of January. Due
That's
to
on YouTube at the moment.
Emergency social services. But after the locks were not changed for me to not gain entry by the way, because I was given a copy of the keys.
Yeah, because I remember speaking to you in December, and you said to me that your grandmother had asked you to come back, so you did come back. So I knew you were meant to be.
But no, she didn't ask you to come back. Let's be careful here. This is all recorded material that is at the moment on YouTube. Public can watch it. What happened was, she said, I don't know why the police took you out. I didn't tell them to do that. Now, if the police don't understand mental health problems, dementia issues, somebody in her condition who can switch her mind 20 times in a minute or in an hour or in a day, you can't be thrown out and put back, thrown out and put back. This is a failure of the services to recognize her condition. If somebody has mental health problem and dementia, you're not meant to take on board someone's trying to kill you, trying to poison you. Because one of the classic patterns of people who suffer this, policemen and social workers also should know this. But if they take it at face value, a criminal allegation, and grab someone, arrest someone, charge someone, that policeman needs to be thrown out of the force, I'm sorry. And the social worker needs to be eliminated from social services. Sure.
I just listened to this and then...
Because what I'm trying to get to is that if she's not taking them from you and she's not taking them from the carer, I'm wondering if I should ask the GP to send the district nurses to do her medication, because she should be taking her medication because she needs them. And if she's not taking them, just now when I asked her about her medication, she said, I take my medication from the nurses. So in hospital, the nurses are there and they give her a medication and she takes it. And as you said to me, she came home.
No. She's just saying that to you. No. She's not taking it.
What I'm saying is, if the medication is given to her by a nurse, maybe she would take them rather than take them from you or from the carers.
If I can just explain, the carers come, they only come for a short space of time.
They're only sent in for half an hour or so.
And most of the time she basically tricks them that she's taking the tablets where she doesn't. My dad's found them when we were moving her bed, like untold tablets on the floor. With me, she also refuses to take them. But because I keep insisting I'm here all the time, usually it ends up where she does end up taking them a lot of the time. But with the district nurses, when they come...
Oh, so they have been before to do it?
Last year in the beginning and previous year. She feels a lot more comfortable with them, and she did used to take it when the district nurses were coming. So,
So what are you saying to me at the moment? You're quite happy to carry on with it, or should I get them to send the district nurses?
Well, I think the district nurses is also a good idea. Because that's the best way regards to the medication.
I think that's, you know,
maybe for the first week with the new medication to see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
it can be reviewed.
District nurses came today for help.
So she's
because they said that the hospital
calmed. It's much more easier for her to accept it, soft persuasion of, come on mommy, and she will take it.
Her living circumstances and personal details to begin the assessment.
Okay.
So they are getting involved.
Okay. And are they going to come back, or was it just a one-off?
No, they're going to contact me back.
Okay.
With like their appointment schedule. But this was the first like initiation, beginning of it.
Yeah, because she's just come home from hospital, so they must have just got the referral.
Yeah, that's what they told.
Okay. And any sort of, I know she's got a walking stick. Does she need any sort of occupational therapists, for equipment to help her to move around, to walk around, to get in and out of the bed or anything like that.
Bathroom seat is gone.
Yeah.
It was been promised
Seat
from
in her
a year ago.
bathroom, in the shower, that was promised to her last year that they're going to come and fix it.
That's why she doesn't want to have a shower, because of the seats.
Is it broken?
Yeah,
It's rotted away.
It's
You
rotten
can have a look.
and broken. You can have a look at it.
No, I don't need to see it. I just need to put in something to you tell me. I'm going to believe you. I'm not going to say
If that was changed this week, she'd be in there once a day, even on her own with a little assistance.
She refuses to have a shower because of this very reason.
Yeah, okay.
She's got a wheelchair that you can wheel her around with.
Yeah, she has the wheelchair.
She's got the stand thing, you know, the frame that you can use. She's got a walking stick, so all that is there.
Yeah. There was one more thing I was going to mention, I forgot.
You should have made notes for when the professionals attend.
Her ID. She needs assistance with her ID because what's happened is because of this Hassan character that we've mentioned before, he's convinced her to save all her money for this farm in Turkey. So she's kept calling, he's explained this to her, by the way, I've actually heard it and recorded this, to keep calling the bank and report that we're stealing her money. Eventually they're going to put, blockages in place. Now because of this, the bank didn't see, we've actually been to the appointment, I was with her, where she spoke to the Santander bank manager, and he said that because...
Was it Adam? Was it Adam one?
Yeah,
Okay,
Adam, the Italian,
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah.
He said because the bank was getting these constant phone calls about fraudulent transactions, whereas the bank couldn't actually see any transactions. They've put a block on her account due to no capacity to manage.
Well, no, they sent me a letter saying that I need to temporarily apply to do that, but I haven't done that, thinking it's going to be resolved.
Until that happens, because he's in the process of doing it. As for next weekend,
and I referred that to the social services to help her with the ID, and a social worker went with her, but the GP says it hasn't been authorized by the social worker.
You know Cheryl. I'm not sure if you know her, but she's from the adult social services. They went with her to the bank in, do you remember what the month was?
Early this year, February, March.
Springtime 2023.
Okay.
And they were meant to follow up with that to give her some kind of ID.
A letter, a document.
Yeah, because they said that they can't just every week social services going up and down to the bank. They were going to give her a document from social services that she can use as ID to go in person and take out the money that she needs per week. Because what they said was
that didn't happen. That's why you're getting. That's why you're getting the vouchers. So at the moment she's getting what. So I think what happened there. I will confirm this with you. But I think what happened there was that Cheryl did take it back to the managers and they said no, because I don't know anything about us doing ID. We don't usually get ID for people. Usually if you as a family member can help her with her ID, but I don't know how to get her ID. But what I do know that happened, because I've been talking to the carers when they come in the mornings, is that what was agreed was that because her money is blocked at Santander, we will give her money until that is sorted out. So
no, that's never. No. Sorry, no. If I can help you with that.
Hang on 1 minute.
No, that's never been agreed.
Let me finish what I'm saying. What I've read on the file. So at the moment, she's getting £40 a week for electricity,
Correct.
£40 a week for gas, and £30 vouchers for food. So that's what's in place.
But the what's going wrong with that is that amount of money isn't enough because...
Well, Jenna, can I just help you with that?
Yeah.
The Home Office and the law in this country, which we cannot change
What I was about to
right
say.
now, says this lady needs £346 a week to live on. That's what the law says. If social services want to overrule the law, I'd like to see the letters for the post, and then we will respond to it.
But
I can't say anything else about that. You can't be stopping this woman who never in her life lived on £30 a week. I'll give you an example. If she wants to go and
Can I
get
stop you there?
Cyprus olive oil for £12 a litre, she can't.
Can I stop you there? They are doing it whilst it gets sorted with the bank.
So I don't understand.
So
What do you
then-
mean?
So
I don't
instead of
understand.
leaving her with no money at all, because the bank stopped her
Well,
money,
hold
so
on,
she's
hold
getting
hold
no
on,
money at
hold on,
all.
hold on a second. Way back in the spring last year,
Mm-hmm.
the purpose that the social services agreed with me
Mm-hmm.
and a legal document
Mm-hmm.
for Cheryl coming here
Mm-hmm.
was to go to the bank,
Yeah.
identify that this is my mother, even though the bank knew her for 16 years,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and say, yes, we will help with the identity letter temporarily to help until you resolve it.
Yeah.
And the GP would write it out.
Yeah.
The bank manager agreed.
So it's for the GP
Just,
to
no,
write.
just one second, I'm explaining. So the bank agreed, yes, you've confirmed his faith, Mustafa, and our records show that this is her.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get that document, we're more than happy to release payment to Faye every Monday or Tuesday or whenever she wants to pop in, or issue a card for her once we receive that letter. Social worker Cheryl, who I've spoken to as well, and I've got very recorded details of what she said, that she's going to write a letter to the GP, requesting the GP to confirm a letter, yes, this is my patient, this is Faye, we do know her, confirm that the social worker that's come to see you is confirmed it. Now that letter has not been okayed by Cheryl or social services, says the GP. Therefore, he can't do it. He needs to go ahead.
So has he sent the letter to?
He hasn't done anything with it because he's waiting for the go-ahead. Once the letter, he said, is complete, Junior can pick up the letter,
Oh, okay.
and that letter will be sufficient to take his grandmother in the wheelchair, get up the road to the Angel. Hello, bank manager, there's the document, thank you very much, how much do you need? £100, whatever. That's it. She can go and get her kosher stuff, and her olive oils, and her garlics, and her strawberries and melons. She can't do that at the moment. For example, meat she's forced to eat is breaching her religion, her culture, her identity, and her dietary needs. This is racism and discrimination, which I'm going to be pressing on once this is settled. So it's not good social services not helping us, because it's going to harm social services' image in the end.
Okay, that's fine.
And we don't want that.
I hear you. JR, anything else that you want to ask me?
No, I think that was it.
And so what you're telling me is that you're happy to continue supporting your grandmother, yes? Okay. And the carers, I'm not taking out the carers. I can't take out the carers at the moment because they're coming, and the personal care, we wouldn't ask you as a young man to be assisting your grandmother with her personal care. Yeah.
You see, there's another problem here, isn't there? The culture and identity where we come from, and for millennia and millennia, we have a way of function. Now, if the system here at the moment is pushing this issue on religions and cultures and identities,
no, I asked her, and she said she wants the carers to keep.
No, but you see, you keep going
So
by
as
what
far as
she's saying to you all the time.
We can't stop doing that.
Yeah.
She has rights.
Yeah, we're not trying to stop her rights. If she says to you that he's trying to poison her and he's trying to kill her, is it her rights that you're going to get the police to get him arrested?
No.
She said it.
No,
Well, she said
I
it.
wouldn't do that.
I think we
but-
need the mental health, I think consultant psychiatrist and dementia section. I think it is their speciality here, not mine, not social services.
And that's why I invited
They're the
them here
professionals
today.
in the area.
That's why I invited them here
And we need
today.
to rely on their good work to even out what is going on here. Before we
That's
can
why
start
I
all...
invited them here today,
Yes, well,
so that
this
we
is
can all work
important.
together.
If I can just add one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, the early parts of the year and the previous year, the district nurses were coming and it would be like personal care, giving her wash and her toenails, her fingernails, her hair, and these things. The district nurses were doing this, and she was very happy with that, with the way they were treating her.
Yeah.
And that was very good. But that's stopped now, and the way these carers are handling it, she doesn't want to, say, go to the shower with them, also because of the condition of the seat as well.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll send something.
Junior, don't forget the multiple recordings of your grandmother saying, I don't want these carers coming here. I don't want it. She said it to the social worker. Who was it at Christmas you spoke to? You spoke to a social worker that said, if you stop these carers coming in, I will get you arrested. And that's recorded.
If you stop them from coming in.
No, he said, if Sharon Jr. tells the carers not to come in, that she will get the police to have him arrested.
It was a duty social worker that called on a weekend just after Christmas, what she said was.
And then I was told to come and do a review. So I have come and reviewed, I have spoken to your grandmother, I have asked if she wants the carers to keep on coming, and she has just told me yes.
Who said that to you?
Your grandmother.
All we hear every day is that she doesn't want them.
I
I'll
spoke
tell
to
you what
your
we do.
mother
By
just
7
now,
o'clock
that's why I
tonight,
need
I'm
to
going to
speak
put all
to
the
her.
recordings on
That's
public,
fine,
okay? And then you
that's
can
fine.
listen to what she
That is
wants.
fine.
Because
But-
we need to
but
let, I think,
Shani,
mental health needs to resolve
you
this.
have told me.
I've seen a lot of
you have
damage
told
from
me.
social services.
I'm sorry,
You've told me
I
a lot of
cannot-
things here,
I keep telling
like
you, I cannot-
vouchers.
I-
You have not been
about
giving
that.
her vouchers since
It's-
spring last year.
I don't
It
know
was
when
me
it
and my
started.
wife that was giving her
I
money.
don't know when it started.
They started when
I
you,
only
the social
came in
services,
December.
sent the police here with sergeants to throw me and my son in the street
I
and
can't
ban
talk
us
about that.
from Essex Road,
Yeah.
Rotherfield Street. H&K solicitors say now you've got over £100,000 claim. They cannot even do that. And that's again on YouTube and Facebook. It's in the public. Now, what I'm saying to you is this: if we continue like this, all that's going to happen is the people that have breached people's rights in the sake of compassionate care, but under narcissistic attitudes instead, is going to explode on everyone. No one's going to benefit. No one.
I can't.
No one's going to benefit.
I can't talk.
You
for
can't tell
I'm
me
just
that
a
you've
social
been given
worker and
you've
you
been
need to
given
speak to our-
vouchers.
our,
You've been given
legal team
vouchers
about
to
that.
my mum, £30 a week, from the 26th of September
Oh, is that when it
last year,
started?
because you got the police to throw us out without explanation, without document, unlawfully, and for nobody, not even my wife, nor family members, to come here. You've left this house without hot water until I had
You
the
told
water
me
put
this
back
on
on.
the- oh, you
Listen,
told
I've
me
got
this-
engineers' reports.
Oh, you told me this
Yeah.
already, and
I've told you there was no
I
heating
did
in this
tell
house.
you- I did tell
Why
you
was there no central
I
heating in this
cannot
house
answer that
for 3
because
months? But you
I-
had carers coming in here 3 times a day.
I cannot
Why are your
answer
carers
that.
coming in here for?
I cannot answer.
Let me tell you what we were told.
Sorry.
Let me tell you what we were told. 1 minute, Beverly. We were told the reason the carers are sent here
Can you
is to
just hang on,
protect my mother. Now, hold on a minute. To protect my mother from me and my son, not to extort her money and abuse her. This is what we've heard.
Is that
Now
what
I'm
they
gonna.
said to you?
That's what they said to us, and they've been recorded saying that. Now I'm challenging you now to prove to me that this is correct or not.
I'm not.
Because I'm going to take listen.
I'm
Is
not
this
Islington.
true? I'm harming
I'm
my
not
mother.
Islington.
Right.
I'm
Is-
not Islington. I
So
have
why
been
why,
here today,
why are you doing
and I have
safeguarding?
not seen
Tell me the
you.
reasons for your safeguarding since
Can I answer?
September.
Can I answer?
Please do.
I have come here today to do a review of your your mother's
We know that.
support plan.
We know that.
That is what I have been sent
So I'm
here.
asking you, what is the
Anything
safeguarding
before
for?
that, I am not holding that.
Yes, you are, because you're social services. You're not here on a personal
Social
capacity.
services are holding that.
You are not here on a personal
I have been
capacity.
sent here today
No.
to do the
So
review
what was your name
of
again?
her care
What was your
plan.
name again?
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Yeah, to
You
do
are-
the review of her care
Jennifer,
plan.
you are not here on a personal capacity.
No,
Tim.
no,
you are
I'm not.
here as a social worker on
Yeah.
behalf of the council, on behalf of the state
That's
of the
right.
UK.
And the job that I was
Your
given
files
to do,
have it all.
and the job I was given to do is review her package
Right,
of
review
care.
the safeguarding.
The safeguarding
Right.
and stuff was not given
So
to
why
me
don't you
to
tell
do.
us what you're safeguarding about?
I don't know because I've not
Are
been
you
given that
protecting
to
my
do.
mum from her grandson and me?
I'm not doing any of that because
Not
I'm
you
here to do a
personally.
review. Islington may be doing that, but what I'm telling you, you're not hearing me. I haven't been given that part of the work to do. I have been given the review to do.
But you
and
must
that's what I'm
see
doing.
what
the review
the
of
work
the package
was
of
to
care.
know to
I don't
compare
know.
now.
No.
You can't have no information from the past.
I haven't got it.
Beverly,
All I can
quite a
say
few
is no,
of
I
you
haven't
guys know
got it.
about all this, and your Daniel
JR?
knows about this.
You're going to call the DWP.
No, hold on a minute. We're not going to put this under the carpet. Hold on a minute.
Say two things.
Look, Islington Care.
One, the most recent
Right, go on.
input is no longer safeguarding concern.
So who's saying that?
The
I didn't see
UCLH
it.
hospital
Okay.
formal decision on discharge.
Who
3
in
days
UCLH is saying that?
Discharge.
That's a discharge
The
summary that the
But if
hospital gave her
that's,
to
if that's
bring
the
home.
case, then could you clarify why the carers, as much as they're lovely, especially Beverly, right, as I would like to see them, why they still need to come to safeguard?
That's the UCLH, that's not me, I don't know.
Oh no, so you don't agree with the medical aspect?
I'm not saying I don't
All
agree
right,
with it, I said
okay.
I don't know anything about it.
Two more things.
All right.
One, the carers aren't actually coming here for safeguarding. They coming here for a personal care package.
Yeah, that's what I come to assess.
Since what date?
I was given this in December when I spoke to JL.
Right.
That's
So
why
you're
I'm trying to
saying-
review it.
So you're saying that
With
my
the
mother told
safeguarding or
you.
whatever else that you're
Right.
talking about, I know
No,
nothing
this is
about
very
it. I'm not
important
holding that.
because my mother wants qualified nurses out of the medical stream to come here to continue the physiotherapy, where they help her highlight her hair, where they check her. She's a
But-
heart patient. This stuff cannot check a heart patient's medical aspect.
But
A
this
nurse
is what I'm
is
telling
trained
you.
to
The
do that.
nurses don't do that. The nurses come to do medical
No,
things.
there's documents from her cardiologist. This
Then
woman
you
needs
need
to be
get back
checked.
Then you need to get back in contact
No, but
with
this
them,
is stopped
'cause I
since
don't-
social services got involved in September. This is when all medical services stopped to this house.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. And it's
Yes.
I don't
No,
know.
yes.
I'm gonna listen to what you're saying
So-
because I don't know.
No, but why is that? Why has that
I
happened?
don't know.
So who knows?
This is what I'm saying. This is before my time. I started in December.
call it the
Right.
I started
social
coming
No,
on
no,
Mother's Fund in December.
No, I've been around
So I
for.
can't
I've
answer
been,
you.
I've been around a long time, and I've done health advocacy for a long time, and I've got a lot of experience with social services,
Okay.
and I've seen stuff that they do that is a crime to society.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying every single social worker is bad. Of course not. But when the system wants to put its foot down, use the social services to destroy all people, families and children, like that, they will go for it. Now, what I'm saying is
Shami,
this:
I cannot
I will
argue
not
with-
tolerate that.
Listen to me, please, because I've got to go. I am not arguing with you about it. I'm not
No,
saying
we
that
can
you're
work
wrong.
together,
I'm not
but let's
saying,
be open.
Listen to me. I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm saying is, I have been sent to review your mother's package of care, find out what JR is doing for her, find out what the carers are doing for her,
I
to look
realise
at her
that.
plan. I can make referrals to the GP about the district nurses coming in to do medication.
She
if
needs
she's not
her
taking
medical
it from,
stuff to
if
continue.
she's not taking, I don't know what they're going
She
to
needs
send.
it to continue.
I'm just going to ask them to please look at her medication because she's not taking them from her
We're putting
her
pressure on the
grandson
NHS
or
Trust
the thing.
and the,
That is all I can do.
I'm
cannot,
saying to you-
I cannot say to you, I cannot argue with you or confirm.
Can you tell
or
me how this
deny
woman, how did
anything
this
that you're
woman
saying.
survive on money since,
don't know.
what's her name, the Australian?
Cheryl.
No.
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Australian
Since
social
Cheryl
worker.
went to the bank spring last year until September, how did this woman survive on money when your voucher started late September?
I don't know. I
But
don't
don't
know.
you wanna
Shani.
know
You
since
tell
you're
me.
mom?
Tell me. Tell
Well,
me.
the family's been supplying her.
Okay. Okay.
And half the food, your lovely Hassan you left in here has been nicking it and taking it to other people.
JR told me about Hassan.
Yeah, but why did you leave that man in here with the carers that your services sent?
But
He was here, right with them, in here.
Our carers come
Until the
in
police
to
arrested
come, they will
him,
not,
sent him for deportation.
Is it? Is that where he's gone now?
No, he's escaped and he's back here, where we caught him a number of times.
I don't understand.
Only
how
recently.
they- Anyway, if I can just add two more things. When you first come in,
Yeah.
you are going to give me your contact details.
You haven't got it?
No, because everyone else started coming in and...
No. When I spoke to you on the phone, I gave you my number. But I can give it to you again, it's no problem.
Yeah, and also if the email address as well, that would be very helpful. And also money for her clothes as well, because a lot of the clothes that she has don't really fit her properly. And the money that she's getting
Excuse me, 1 minute.
grocery
Right.
shopping.
So 1 second, Jimmy, 1 minute. I've just told to my mum what you just said to me. She said to me, I have got no idea why she said that to you. I don't want these people coming here. Now what are we going to do with that?
I think an interpreter between Turkish and English.
That I've been saying this from the beginning.
I can come back with an interpreter.
That we need to do that. Like
The
ASAP.
Turkish interpreter,
that's
English, yeah.
So that's what she's saying. She's saying you said
Oh, 2,
it's the men hastane,
5,
it's the men
2,
nurse,
7,
the
8, 8,
Ben
6, 2.
Su.
I'm aware that she has dementia, and I'm aware that from day to day, from hour to hour, she might change her mind about what she says. So I don't mind coming back with an interpreter, that's fine. When I get one sorted out, I'll give you a ring as to what day we're coming, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
If that would be good? Yeah?
Okay.
I don't mind coming back.
Sorry, what she's saying is it's been.
Yeah, I
She's
can
talking about
come
the
back with an interpreter.
She's
that's
saying for about 4 or 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
She said it in a very straight way. They've done She actually said they've done SHIT for me since this lot been coming here. She wants her old physiotherapy.
Okay, can I confirm that with her?
Well,
Because I'm going to come back again as well. Because I'm going to come back with an interpreter so that she can tell me.
So yeah, thank you very much.
So yeah. So what I'll be looking into is
As in Bev and those sort of people to come. But he's saying that you've said you don't want the carers to come anymore.
No, sorry, you're getting mixed up there. 1 minute, just 1 minute. No, 1 minute. There's the medical carers from nurses is different, and these carers that's not medical is different. You want the medical ones or the not medical?
Medical one.
Right, she wants the medical as was before for 2-3 years.
Right, so now that's a different thing you're telling me.
No, it's not. You are the one who's mixing all this up.
Listen.
Look, no, don't listen. You don't come here in 1 hour and tell me 60 years I've known my mum. I've given her 40 years of care. Don't drop it in 40 minutes that you know it all. This is what the problem is. She does not want it. She said it to you guys before.
I cannot.
She said it every day. She said it to your carers. She said it to your management. She said it to your social worker.
I heard you.
No.
What I'm saying
I'm
is,
not listening to him.
Exactly.
I do it what I want.
Exactly.
yes, yeah, and you want the medical ones.
Yes.
Okay, so can
She-
I ask
that's
a
what
question?
she's telling you.
So let me ask you a question.
But you can't remove it. The surgeon will not allow you. Why would you as social workers remove what her surgeon said?
Can I ask you a question?
You go on.
Whilst that is being set up, because that is a health thing, that's
Sure.
not social services.
This is what we're saying.
So whilst that is being set up, what happens to your mum?
We're going to look after my mum, and social services need to take a walk and leave us alone. Completely and utterly.
So you're telling us to take...
As much as we like you guys on a personal level, if we see outside, I'm sure I say hello, how are you? But this is not about that. This is about the social services.
So if the social services say, yes, we're going to go away tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah?
That's her carer full time. What? Her grandson. Once I see everything is stabilized,
Thank you for
and all
telling
this
me
is
that.
fixed,
No,
then I
stop.
can go back to my own family and
Stop.
deal with my own problems.
Thank you for that. I will take that back to my managers, give it to them.
Please.
As I said to you, I don't make any
No,
decisions.
it's not your fault. I know, but you know it's a very.
No, that's fine.
It's a
You've
long
given me your
thing.
opinion. She's given me her opinion. I will
Please.
give it to the managers, and then I will get somebody, if not myself, to get back to you with their decision.
Please.
I cannot say I'm going to stop the carers from coming today, tomorrow, or anything like that. I can say I will go back and tell them what they.
No, but she can say. She can say. I don't want you.
Who is the carers?
Look, Bev here, and the lady that comes in the morning and whatnot. They're the carers.
This one is a long time
Yeah.
She can come on a personal level as a friend. It's not a problem.
No, they
No,
can't.
no, I'm saying if they wanted to.
job. She finished her job and she come to see me.
This is her job. Her job is to come and see you.
Yeah. And he's gone maybe there another
Yeah.
job, I don't know.
See, I hear what you and your son is saying, but what I'm saying to you is I know how health works. And yes, they do come in and help people, cardio people and whatnot, when that is needed. But as soon as it's finished, they go away and leave you with nobody. And then that's when we kick in. So if they're happy to come back, then we can go. But if they're not happy to come back, we're
Jennifer,
to go off and
Jennifer,
leave you with nobody.
Jennifer.
That's what we're saying.
Something else that I remembered. So Anne bir dakika. Ade made this deceptive position, which has been recorded, yeah? And you can listen to, I can give you the link. He's trying to say she's got no family and there's no one they can communicate with. Now, management, like Victoria and Mel at discharge at the UCLH, have opposed the social services and said, no, we are the next of kins, we are the family. They can communicate with us. We're extremely communicative. In fact, too communicative sometimes. And they can talk to us and we can, deal with it. What Adi did,
Hang on 1 minute.
what Adi did,
I'm going. Okay, lovely to meet you. Okay.
No, don't take notice of their all these things.
I have to take notice of what people are saying.
so what Adi has done is he said there's no family, there's no people, we have to step in, we've been requested, etc. It's all a big fat lie. The family is here,
Yeah.
so we're going to end up in the end clashing over that, and there's no need for it.
I hear
She's
you.
got her own family,
I hear you.
yeah?
She has. You're right.
We've never asked social services to come in and help at all. We've never ever done it. They've done it by force. They've done it with the police,
No, you're right.
and we are gonna legally be. No, we're not gonna stop it because it shouldn't have happened. It's not your fault. I mean, you can come and see my mum whenever you want on a personal level, but carers and Islington Care and social services.
It's not needed. It's not necessary.
No. If it was, fine, but it's not.
But it would. All I would just advise is maybe if you could. I know he's good as a carer, but sometimes if she can, maybe have you got your wife that will come as well? Because sometimes she needs.
You see, the thing is, my mum, the mental health services and the specialist clinics, they need to get involved and look at the mental health aspect. Once that's sorted out, she'll be fine. Nice to see you.
I'm going outside because I'm hot. And I'll have a little word with him and then I'll be off. But you will hear from me again because I have to adjust her support.
We will or we won't?
Who is this? Who is this?
Oh, that's my grandmother and that's my mum. That's Faye.
Beautiful. They look alike. They look alike. Okay, so I will, as I said.
So the family is saying we don't need social services care.
Yeah.
Grandson, full-time carer.
Please hear me when I say to you, yeah, that is what you want to happen.
And it will eventually.
Eventually, as long as you're not expecting it to happen tomorrow.
This week we're expecting it to happen completely.
I will go back and give it to them, and they will make a decision. I do.
Tell
not
them
make
I know what they're
decisions.
really after. Tell them that he said up to the in-house solicitors, he knows what you're really after.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, my dear, let's go outside because I'm boiling.
But in the meantime, something else, social services are not going to be coming out with some stuff to the police, remove the grandson and this and that and the other.
I've come here, you all haven't done anything for me to call the police.
All right.
Are you leaving?
I'm leaving now, yes.
Right.
You can explain. I talked about...
Will you be meeting again in future or no?
Yeah, probably. I'll come again.
It will be very useful, I think. This is one service that I think, for the time being, is useful, not social services.
Yes. So I will stay involved, probably more than Catherine.
Yes.
Because of the issues around the...
No, that's fine.
You know,
that's good. I mean, we think your
medication.
services, at the very least, should be the starter point because it's to do with the mental health. We do not believe social services have absolutely any reason to be involved for any reason because it's just making it worse.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I've given you my contact number there.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
anyway,
Thank you.
nice. So what's your name? I've forgotten.
Sammy for short.
Sammy. All right, Sammy. Nice to meet you.
You too as well. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Where are your offices? Where
Brewery Road.
Which one?
Brewery Road in Islington.
All right. Brewery Road.
If we send you a letter, it's got the letter.
Oh yes. I
Our
remember
address
Brewery
is
Road.
on the top of
Yes.
the letter.
Yeah.
Right.
And all the phone numbers. And I've given my mobile phone number
Yeah.
to JR as well.
Sorry about the intensity, but it's a lot has happened and
Yeah, I can see
It's
a
not
lot
sorted out
has
yet.
happened. I mean, it's going to take a while. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You
Thank
take
you.
care.
Well, there you go. Thank you. Junior, what do you have? Which one? What's that?
Assessing all the criminal people is maybe having a little bit of an effect on his